Good evening and welcome to the Spartan Bowl for tonight's matchup between the Pendleton Heights Arabians and the Connersville Spartans. This is the Union Savings and Loan pregame show brought to you by Union Savings and Loan, Connersville's hometown bank since 1892. I'm Trot Davidson, joined by Camden Schonfield. Cam, with a very good Pendleton Heights team coming in tonight, what do you expect to see from the Lady Spartans?
I expect to see a lot of, slowed down pace. This Pendleton Heights team is known for running the ball and scoring a lot of points, and Connersville is not. Connersville is almost known for their defense when it comes to girls basketball. So, I expect them to try and slow down Pendleton Heights as much as possible.
Yeah, if we look into Pendleton Heights, they had two key players, and looking at them, number 40, Whitney Werfel, is one of them.
Yeah, Whitney's averaging 14.8 points per game, 6.4 rebounds per game, and right around 1 assist per game. And, there's many other stats that follow along with that, but those are the main ones. And like you said, there's another key player in Casey Walford. She's averaging 20.8 points a game, 4.8 rebounds per game, and 4 steals per game. That's something I noticed. Also, I don't have the exact number, but, the Arabians average a lot of steals per game.
Yeah, we talk about those two key players for the Arabians. I actually had a chance to catch up with Coach Harder about those two players before the game. Let's take a listen into what she had to say. Here with Spartans head coach, Coach Harder. Coach, really good Pendleton Heights team coming in tonight.
Yeah, they have a solid team. They have a guard that's scoring around 20, a post that's around 13. So it's going to be really important for us tonight to remember our responsibilities defensively, what we need to do. But then offensively, they're going to come down and they're going to look to, get it into their post player, make sure in their guard that likes to penetrate, make sure we're sitting in our stance, not bailing them out, putting them at the foul line. And then for us, they'll switch up on their defenses. So recognizing what defense they're in and then just taking what they give us.
You mentioned those two key players for the Arabians. What kind of plan do you guys have to try to slow them down tonight?
Well, their guard, she loves to go right, and she's going to put the ball down and she's going to drive. So we've got to give her a little bit of a gap, a little space, make her prove that she can hit the outside shot before we come up on her, take away that right hand. And then with their post player, we cannot play behind. We've got to get around and front her and then make sure that we have our backside help on the sagging side.
Coach, you've had a couple underclassmen really step up this year being freshmen. What has that meant to the team this year?
Well, it's really nice to have our freshmen come in and be able to do such a great job for us out there. I think it's helped relax our upperclassmen a little bit, take some pressure off of Sarah feeling like she has to score, and then it also helps open up the outside or the inside for our post players when those guards can hit those shots.
Coach, who's going to be in the lineup for you guys tonight?
We're going to go back with our regular lineup: Sarah, Addie, JC, Haley, and Abby.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back here in Spartan Bowl as we get ready for tonight's matchup between the Pendleton Heights Arabians and the Connersville Spartans. Cam, Coach Harder talked about how key the underclassmen have been for the Spartans this year, taking the pressure off of Sarah Rubel and Amy Rao in the scoring column, making them feel like they don't have to do it all. She feels like it was big. How have you really felt on these underclassmen this year for the Lady Spartans?
Yeah, you look at these underclassmen and you have Addie scoring 7.7 points per game and Anaya scoring 4.3 points per game. But something I want to point out is I think it was the Anderson game that Addie Jones hit that big game-winning 3 with like 0.2 seconds left in the game or something like that. It just shows their character and how, they're very resilient and aren't giving up. And, it shows, like I said, looking at their points per game and stuff like that, each of them averaging in the higher scoring column compared to some of the other players.
Yeah, as we look at tonight's matchup, you see Connersville's coming in at 8 and 11, 1-4 in the conference. You look over at Pendleton Heights, they're 12 and 8 on the year, 6 and 1 in conference. It just seems like Pendleton Heights has had a little better of a season than the Lady Spartans have had, and this one may impact it the same way tonight.
Yeah, I definitely think that they have had a better season or a better start to the season, which I guess we're getting towards the end of the year here. I don't know how many more weeks until sectional, but something I want to point out for Pendleton Heights is the 6-1 in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. And we talked about this last week when we had Newcastle in the building for the boys basketball game, how tough that conference really is. You're looking at teams from like Newcastle, Delta, Pendleton Heights, Greenfield Central, Mount Vernon. I mean, the list goes on. There's probably, I don't remember how many teams exactly are in the conference, but all of them are solid, top to bottom. There's not one slouch in that conference. So, it shows a lot for them to be 6-1.
Yeah, as we look into another thing into tonight's matchup, Connorsville's very first game of the year was against New Pal. They fell to New Pal. Pendleton Heights actually beat New Pal by 25, I believe what it was. And something that was really big for the Spartans in that loss against Newcastle was the turnovers. We looked at it. They had 30 turnovers in that game. You got to think that's going to be a factor in tonight's game. Pendleton Heights is going to want to speed this Spartans team up and try to get that turnovers high up in the column tonight.
Yeah, something I want to point out is, like you said, a lot of turnovers against New Pal. Pendleton Heights played very well against New Pal, but Connorsville is averaging 16 turnovers per game. And, you just can't have that happen. You can't expect to win games when you're averaging over, I would even almost say 12 turnovers a game, and you have 4 more than that on average. It's just going to be very hard to win ball games like that.
Yeah, as we look on the flip side of Pendleton Heights, their guys team, we had the chance to play against them a few weeks ago. Just recalling that game, I don't recall Pendleton Heights pressing a lot in that game, but the Spartans' turnovers numbers have also been down a lot. I wonder if Pendleton Heights, the Lady Arabians, will go with that no press style of attack, or knowing that the Lady Spartans average 16 turnovers game, I wonder if they'll try to speed this one up tonight and try to get out to an early lead.
Oh, I 100% expect them to speed this game and try and run with it. Something I noticed in the JV game was that the Arabians got up by quite a bit late and they did not pull the press off. And it showed the turnovers that the JV team had. So I expect the same thing to be happening here. Like you said, they're seeing Connorsville averages 16 turnovers a game. It is what it is. The Arabians know that, and I have no doubt it's in their game plan tonight.
Cam, as we're winding down this pregame show, can we get the starting lineups tonight for both teams?
Yeah, we'll take a look at Pendleton Heights first. Number 2, Skylar Baldwin. Number 12, Casey Walford. Number 24, Olivia Jones. Number 31, Berkeley Shelton. And number 40, Whitney Walford. And then looking at Connorsville, number 2, Sarah Rubel, number 13, Addie Jones, number 24, Haley Simbeck, number 33, J.C. Wilhelm, and number 35, Abby Schwartz.
Those are your starting lineup for tonight. Cam, we mentioned it earlier, Pendleton Heights has 2 really key players in number 2, Baldwin. Number 12, Walford. She's averaging 20.8 points a game, 4.8 rebounds, and 4 steals a game. Something that goes unnoticed is that steals per game. As I'm looking at it now, there's nobody other than number 22, Phillips, for Pendleton Heights that has over 2 steals a game. And as I'm looking over in Connorsville, it doesn't look like there's nobody over 2 steals a game averaging for Connorsville. So watch for that tonight, as we also talked about Connorsville's turnovers, as look for her to have, I think, more than 4 steals tonight. But as we look on the flip side to Connorsville, this team has been deep this year, some would say, especially with that 6th and 7th man, especially the 6th man being Anaya Bennett. She's a freshman. She's averaging 4.3 points a game, 2.4 rebounds, and 1.6 steals per game.
Yeah, you talk about it. Anaya Bennett coming off the bench for the Spartans is very big. That 6th-man role, she's had a couple really big games this year. And like I said, these 2 underclassmen, and Anaya Bennett and Addie Jones, have a big future ahead of them here at Spartan Bowl.
Yeah, we've talked about a lot of the successes that the freshmen have had. But, if you look on the other side of it, every good freshman has to have a good senior. And, it's really showing. You see the seniors for this year's team are Sarah Rubel, Amy Rao, and Abby Schwartz. Cam, all their 4-year varsity players. They had a lot of experience. And it's just going to be exciting to see what the freshmen are going to do next year, especially after all this work that they've gotten with the seniors.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You talk about the key seniors in that role. Sarah Rubel, plays a lot of sports, and she is very talented. And she's a great leader in all of them. And you look at Amy Rao, another very good leader, and Abby Schwartz, the same thing. You can't say anything bad about any of them 3 seniors.
We look over at the stats. Free throw-wise, the Spartans are shooting 57%, and for Pendleton Heights, they're shooting 61%. A tad better, but, not too big of a difference. And if you look at the three-point percentage for both teams, they're actually right on at both 21% a game. with Pendleton Heights averaging a little over 50 points a game and only shooting 20% from the three, you got to think that they're going to want to look inside tonight to try to get a lot of paint touches, a lot of paint points.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. But something else I want to point out for Pendleton Heights is we got their points for, and that they're at 1,089 points for this year. And how many games is that? 20 games on the dot. This will be 21 tonight. And that is, if I'm not mistaken, that was well over the national average. But their points allowed are 987. So, you know, they're 102 points in the plus side. But, you know, even still, 987 points, that's quite a few points to give up.
Yeah, you know, we always talk about it, the Spartans. It's always the first 1 to 40 to win a ball game here. But it seems like, I mean, over in Pendleton Heights, it's the first 1 to 55 or the first 1 to 60. You know, they like to run and gun. So, I mean, it's a tale of two different teams tonight. And that's going to be key for the Spartans to find their identity and play with their identity all night.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. These schools that come to the bowl aren't quite used to, you know, the slow defense, the slow offense, getting everything set up. Everybody gets touches, and you get for the best look. You know, these big schools, are just looking to run the ball back and forth, score as many points as possible. Like you said, Pendleton Heights is averaging 54.1 points per game this year, and you look at Connersville on their averaging 41 points per game. I mean, that's a 13-point difference. That's pretty huge.
Let's take a little look into the upcoming schedule for the girls. They have a conference game tomorrow night at Rushville. That game will be at 7:30. Unfortunately, we won't be on the call. We'll be calling the boys' game tomorrow. They have a conference game at home against Batesville, a really big conference game for them. But nevertheless, it's going to be a tough game tomorrow for the Lady Spartans at Rushville. If I'm not mistaken, they actually went to state not too long ago. I believe the 2017 class was the class that went to state. They got something brewing over there in Rushville.
Yeah, they do, but you would like to see the Lady Spartans come out with a W there. I think that'd be huge, you know, turn their season around. It's not quite gone the way they want it to, especially in conference, you know, being 1-4. That's just not what you wanted to see. So, you know, maybe tomorrow night they can get it, you know, turned around to a big win.
Yeah, you know, you talked about that 1-4 in conference. But I feel like we can tie them together now. 3 more years of this freshman class, and you have some pretty good 7th and 8th graders coming up too. Excited to see what this Lady Spartans team is going to do in the next coming years.
Yeah, the future for this Lady Spartans team is definitely a bright one, like you said. You know, like you talked about the freshmen, the 8th graders, the 7th graders. Don't know a whole lot about them, but I do know that freshman class right now, and Anaya Bennett, Addie Jones, there's a couple others. Just a very solid, well-rounded group.
Cam, as we're coming up on 20 seconds left to go before tip-off, can we get a refresher on the starting lineups?
Yeah, you look at Pendleton Heights, Number 2, Skylar Baldwin. Number 12, Casey Walfer. Number 24, Olivia Jones. Number 31, Berkeley Shelton. And number 40, Whitney Walfer. And then you look over at Connersville, and you got number 2, Sarah Rubel. Number 13, Addie Jones. Number 24, Haley Simbach. Number 33, J.C. Wilhelm. And number 35, Abby Schwartz. And that'll round out your starting lineup for both of these teams, as they are announcing both teams as we speak.
You know, as we look at both of these teams tonight, actually, especially for Pendleton Heights, they only have 2 seniors starting tonight. They're going to go with a younger group. They have 1 junior, 1 sophomore, 1 freshman, and 2 seniors. And they're still playing really good ball. That's also signs to come for really good years for Pendleton Heights upcoming too.
Yeah, something I want to point out is Casey Walfer is averaging 20.8 points per game for Pendleton Heights right now, and she's only a sophomore. So, I mean, that is a very bright future over there. And what I'm assuming is either a cousin or a sister. We're not really sure. And Whitney Walfer is averaging 14.8 points per game as a senior.
Yeah, you know, they say every good underclassman has a good older senior. Those have really been the 2 girls for this Arabians team. You know, like we mentioned it earlier, we got to welcome New Pal in the first game. Unfortunately, the Lady Spartans got defeated. But, I mean, this Arabians team beat New Pal by 25.
Yeah.
Just a really good outshowing for them. And you hope the Lady Spartans can jump out early, get this Arabians team to slow down, and keep this one under 40.
Yeah, you know, I think that's going to be key, keeping this game under 40 points. if you let it get any more higher than that, I mean, it's going to be, it's almost going to be a lost cause. Like I talked about, Pendleton Heights is averaging 54.1 points per game. That's a lot more than what Connersville is used to and what they're used to averaging.
Yeah, and Coach Harder, this has been a pretty good season for the Lady Spartans. We've talked about the underclassmen, but if we look at it, Coach Harder hasn't been here for too long. It just seems like she's really now starting to get these girls to buy in, and not just this year, but overall. Switching coaches, it's not always easy to buy into a new system. You've been doing something for so long. But it just feels like this underclassmen, even the sophomores are starting to buy in. The JV team unfortunately lost tonight, but they've been getting better. Just with a couple more years with Coach Harder, I think Coach will have these girls in good shape come their senior year.
Yeah, there's a good foundation at the base of this program. Like you said earlier, the 7th and 8th grade teams are looking good. You got that freshman class that is very good. You got 2 of them playing big key roles on the varsity level. Something else I want to point out is Anaya Bennett is playing tonight. I know she set out against Franklin County last week, the game that we didn't call but we were here for. So it's very good to see her back in the lineup tonight, playing that 6-man role.
As we're coming up moments away from tip-off, we will be right back after the national anthem.
This time we ask that everyone please rise, remove your hats, as we honor America. Tonight our national anthem played by the CHS pep band under the direction of Mr. Levi Thompson.
Back here at Spartan Ball, moments before tip-off. Cam, it looks like the Arabians are going to go with a rather small lineup tonight. They do have number 40, Whitney Warfel, one of their seniors out there. But, it looks like a 4-guard front for the Arabians tonight.
Yeah, like we talked about, they've done their scouting report on Connersville. They know that they don't have a whole lot of size. Haley Simback and Abby Shorts, pretty tall. But they just don't have that one key big person. And I think that's what the Arabians do have tonight in Whitney Walfer. I think that's where most of her points do come from, is down low.
Tip is up, controlled by the Arabians. That's number 2, Skylar Baldwin has it. She's bringing it up for the Arabians. She passes over to, they're going to look inside to number 40, Whitney Warfel, and she's going to get her first 2 to go.
Yeah, and there's that press that I was talking about that the Arabians are probably going to bring.
Got a loose ball. It looks like we're going to have a whistle. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be Connersville possession.
Yeah, there's that press, bringing plenty of pressure, just like I thought it would.
Excuse me on some of the names and numbers tonight. Long hair is covering some of the jersey numbers. That's number 2, Sarah Rubel has it. She's going to get it stolen by number 2, Baldwin. She's going to go up with it. She's going to get it to go. And the Spartans are down 4 early.
Yeah, and that's the first turnover of the night for the Spartans. And that's exactly what the Arabians wanted to do coming into this game.
Simbeck has it. She gives it back out to Rubel, over to the freshman Addie Jones, over to J.C. Wilhelm. Wilhelm's trying to look inside. She can't. Gives it over to Simbeck. Simbeck throws it inside. Oh, it looks like that was poked out by number 12, Casey Warfel. She's going to get it to go up and get it to go. Looks like we're going to have an early timeout by the Spartans here as they find themselves down 6, 1 minute into this ball game.
Yeah, that happened fast there. 2 turnovers for Connorsville. And, yeah, I mean, that's basically what happened the first play of the game. Pendleton Heights got the tip. Whitney Walfer got down low and, put up a bank shot. Very good down low offensive player and defender, looked good down there on defense as well. Ended up really causing a steal, which ended up Skylar Baldwin, number 2, got her first points of the night on a breakaway. And then it's the same story for Casey Walfer, a breakaway that led from a turnover.
Yeah, something that went unmentioned in pregame as we look at this Spartans lineup is the junior Haley Simbeck. She's almost averaging a double-double. She has 10.5 points per game. She's averaging 7.5 rebounds per game, and that is a double-double's unheard of in high school basketball. As you see another turnover by the Spartans, and Warfel went up with it. She didn't get it, got her own rebound up, and it's good as the Arabians are up 8-0, a minute and a half into this ball game. Make that 4 for Warfel tonight. Simbeck has it. She looks inside to Jones.
Look at him.
And travel. Another turnover by the Spartans.
Yeah, that's Casey Wolfer's 4th of the night. 4th Spartan turnover here. Not even a minute 30 into this game yet.
Number 2, Skylar Baldwin has it. She's bringing it up for the Arabians. Over to number 24. Look, she tries to look inside of number 40, Whitney Warfel, who goes inside, puts up a shot, and gets it to go. Whitney now has 4 points for the Arabians tonight as they're up 10-0. As we see a full court pass down to Haley Simbeck, back up to Rubel. Rubel looks inside to Wilhelm. Wilhelm gets it poked out, gets it back up to Schwartz. Schwartz up top to Rubel, over to Simbeck. Simbeck gives it up to Jones. Jones drives inside, kicks it out to Rubel. Rubel's going to drive baseline and get called for the travel. Once again, another turnover tonight by the Lady Spartans.
Yeah, something I want to point out there is the drive by Addie Jones that went unnoticed there, and the kick out to Sarah Rubel. For being a freshman, she is not afraid to go right at the defender and make a move on the drive, and that's very impressive to see in a freshman.
Number 24, Jones, tries to get it inside, gets it stolen by Schwartz, who throws a pass out to number 24, Haley Simbeck. Looks like they're going to call a foul on number 31, Berkeley Shelton.
That's the first foul of the game.
It's crazy. You look at the score; it's 10-0. We're only we're only 2 minutes and 20 seconds into this ball game. As we see Anaya Bennett set to check into the ball game for the first time tonight. Simbeck has it. She picks up her dribble at the top of the key. Over to Jones. Jones up to Wilhelm, who looks inside to Schwartz, gets it poked away. Another turnover by the Spartans, as that's Whitney Warfel, who gives it to her relative, number 12, Casey Warfel. She's going to get it to go. The Arabians extend that lead to 12, as the Spartans are going to call another timeout. I believe, yes, Casey Warfel has 6 tonight.
Yeah, Casey Wolfer has 6 tonight. Whitney Wolfer has 4, and Skylar Bolden has 2. Something I want to point out is 6 turnovers already. We're not even 3 minutes into this game for the Spartans. Pendleton Heights only has 1 turnover, and I mean, it shows. It shows on the scoreboard. It's 12-0 right now. We have 5:08 left to play in this first quarter. Turnovers are going to be key in this game.
Yeah, we talked about it. Who would come out and play their identity, and it looks like the Arabians are going to speed up the Spartans all night. You got to think that's what Coach Harder's telling her girls. You've got to settle down. We've been playing defense all year, but the turnovers have been there. You said they had 6 right now. They average 16 a game. Not looking good from the Lady Spartans early on in this one.
No, it is not. And I mean, if you're Pendleton Heights, you're telling your girls, keep your foot on the pedal. Don't let off. And like you said, if you're Connorsville, just slow down. You can beat the press. There's ways to beat it. You just got to slow down, make the right passes, make smart passes. You can't just throw the ball up, and hope you get lucky.
Anaya Bennett has checked into the ball game for the Spartans. She has been the sixth man for the Lady Spartans all year, as we see Rubel taking the ball up the court. J.C. Wilhelm inbounded it. Rubel dribbling up top. She gets it poked, and she's trapped in the corner. She finds Simbak at the top of the key. Simbak over to Bennett. Bennett gets trapped. She gets out of it, and they're going to call a whistle and a foul on, I believe, number 2, Skylar Baldwin. If so, that'll be her first, team second. Yes, it is on Baldwin. And that's just something the Lady Spartans are going to have to do. They're going to have to get the Arabian shooters in foul trouble early on.
Yeah, they are. Without that, I don't think that this game is going to get out of hand, fairly quickly if they cannot, get something going or get some people in foul trouble.
Rubel found Schwartz underneath. She goes up with it. She's going to be fouled by, I believe they can call that one on number 40, Whitney Warfel. Awaiting the call. Yep, they are going to call Whitney Warfel with that
40, Whitney Warfel. Her first, team's third. Abby Schwartz shoots 2.
Schwartz has 2 free throws upcoming. Her first one's up and good. Her second one up and good. That is number 12. Casey Warfel has it. She's going to drive inside. It's going to be poked away. It's going to remain Arabian basketball.
Yeah, a good drive there, but I believe that was Walfer, if I'm not mistaken. Just put her head down and drove by it as there's a pass to Walfer. She'll go up with it. I believe that'll be a foul on Schwartz.
Really good job right there by the Lady Arabians to get it inside and to feed Warfel.
They called that on Anaya Bennett. Her first foul of the night, team's first foul of the night.
So we see McKenna Lucas set to check in for the ball, or for the Spartans, excuse me. Whitney missed her first free throw. She has one more upcoming. Warfel's second free throw up and good.
That's her 5th point of the night.
The Arabians find themselves up 13-2, a little over halfway left to play in the first quarter. Rubel has it over to Simbak, excuse me, that's over to Lucas. Lucas gets her pass stolen by Baldwin. Baldwin lost control of it. Rubel comes down with it. Sarah Rubel about got trapped, pulled out of it. She tries to find Lucas down low. Lucas cannot handle it. And once again, another Spartan turnover.
Yeah, that's 8 so far in the night, and we're a little over halfway to go still.
That is number 2, Skylar Baldwin, bringing the ball up for the Arabians. She throws it over to Jones, back over to Baldwin, who throws it over to Jones. Jones is going to take a deep 3, and she's going to get it to go.
It's her first 3 points of the night, growing the lead to 14.
Rubel has that at the top of the key. She can give it up to Bennett. Bennett's going to try to drive baseline. She's going to kick it out to Jones. Jones is going to take a corner 3. She's not going to get it to go off the back of the rim. Haley Simbak's going to get an offensive rebound, go up with it, and get the and one. She gets the basket to go, and we'll have a free throw attempt upcoming. We're going to call number 31, Berkeley Shelton.
Her second, team's 4th of the night.
3 more fouls, the Spartans will be in the bonus.
Yep. I think that's going to be key, shooting the free throws at the line. Clearly the offense, just isn't quite functioning right now.
Simbak has 1 free throw upcoming. We talked about her 7.5 rebounds right there. She picks up her first one of the night. Simbak's free throw no good. Rebound controlled by the Arabians. They're going to give it up to Baldwin. Baldwin over to Jones. Jones is going to try to drive inside. Met her own girl. Kick it over to Casey Warfel. kicks it over to number 40, her cousin Whitney Warfel. She's going to get her own rebound. Drive inside, but they're going to call a foul on the floor on number 24, Haley Simbach.
That's Haley's first foul of the night, team second.
The Ravens are going to have the ball under the basket. They're going to give it to Jones on the corner. Jones is going to try to look inside. She's going to get it tipped by Simbach, stolen by Rubel. Rubel's going to try to throw the ball up the court to Simbach, going to get it stolen as the Arabians are driving. Good move right there by number 12, Casey Warfel, to get that layup to go. She has 8 on the night. Rubel's going to attempt to drive inside. She gets it poked away. She gets it back over to the freshman, Addie Jones, who gives it, she tries to give it to Sarah Rubel, gets it tipped away by Jones. It's going to remain Spartan basketball.
Yeah, the Spartans are just getting nothing going on offense right now. All 4 of their points, actually I take that back, not all 4 of their points. They've had free throw opportunities. Haley Simbach had that putback for 2, but nothing is just going right for them on the offensive side of the ball. Too many turnovers, 9 already. It's just, they got to get this under control. So that'd be a foul on Baldwin, I'm sure.
Awaiting a call. They are going to call number 2, Skylar Baldwin, with the shove. Anaya Bennett's going to have 2 free throws upcoming.
Team Smith, Anaya Bennett at the line, shoots 2.
Anaya's first one.
Good.
Back to the lineup for Connersville, 33. J.C. Wilhelm, 35.
You see J.C. Wilhelm come in and Abby Schwartz come in for Haley Simbach and Sarah Rubel.
See Bennett's second free throw up and good. She got them both to go.
It's her first 2 points of the night.
Arabians still up 12 with a little under 2.5 left to play in this one, excuse me. That is Jones has it on the wing. She's going to throw up a corner 3. It's no good off the back of the rim. Rebound by the Spartans. Lucas picks up her dribble. She almost got trapped, found Jones. Jones bringing the ball up for the Spartans. She kicks it over to Wilhelm, over to Schwartz. Corner 3 from Schwartz, no good off the back of the rim. Ball's up, rebound controlled by the Arabians. Number 12, Casey Warfel is going to get another running layup to go to extend that lead to 20-6.
That'll be her 10th point of the night. A very good drive there, went opposite side. She is very talented.
See a good little up and under move right there by Abby Schwartz. She couldn't get the basket to go. Rebound controlled by the Arabians. Jones has it over to Warfel. Looks inside to her cousin Warfel. She puts up a shot, does not get it to go. Rebound by the Spartans and Jones. That's going to be, we're going to have a whistle as J.C. Wilhelm tried to drive inside.
I believe they're going to call that on number 12, Casey Walfer. Yep, that is her first foul of the night. Team's, what would that be, team's sixth? Or 1 foul away from putting the Spartans in the bonus. Haley Simbach set to check into this game.
You see, we had a live ball right there. Looked like the Spartans had a chance to go get it, but nevertheless, the Arabians got it. That's going to be, Casey Warfel, who threw the 3. It did not go. The Arabians got the offensive rebound, put a shot up, and they're going to call a foul on,
I believe, Addie Jones.
Yes, number 13, Addie Jones. That's going to be her first, team's third. Or, yes, team's third. The first free throw attempt is up and no good.
Haley Simbach checks in for number 14, McKenna Lucas.
Something that we didn't catch, number 34, Michaela Ross is checked into the ball game. She is the free throw shooter. 0 for 1 from the stripe tonight as her second one is up and no good. Missed both of them. And Nia Bennett went up for the rebound. We have a loose ball, and they're going to say last touch by the Arabians. It's going to be Spartan basketball. Addie Jones has it. She's bringing it up for the Spartans. Over to Wilhelm. Wilhelm over to Simbach. Back up top to Wilhelm. Back over to Simbach. Send back up top to Wilhelm. Looks inside to Schwartz. Schwartz going to throw up a shot. It's no good. Rebound by Wilhelm and the Spartans. She's going to get blocked as we see a loose ball. Wilhelm gets blocked once more, and the Arabians are on the run. Number 12, Casey Warfel throws up a shot. It's no good. Rebound by the Spartans. 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter as we see Anaya Bennett driving to the basket. She kicks over to Wilhelm. Wilhelm takes a wing three. It's no good. Rebound by by Jones. Jones back up to Casey Warfel. As she's bringing it up, she's going to find Whitney Warfel, who's going to drive inside and get the layup to go. Makes the score 22-6 with 1 second left to play in this one. Addie Jones throws up a shot. It's no good. I believe that is her 6th point of the night. 7, excuse me. And at the end of one, the Spartans find themselves down 22-6. Cam, how many turnovers did the Spartans have right there?
Spartans had 10 turnovers in the first quarter. Not very good numbers from the Spartans in that first quarter. The most, Anaya Bennett, Haley Simbak, and Abby Schwartz all have 2 points apiece. Gives them 6. Something I want to point out is Casey Walford, who averaged 20.8 points per game, had 10 points at the end of the first quarter. You think, let her play this whole second quarter. She only has 1 foul, but then after that, depending on what the score of this game is, you think you put in some of your younger players, let them get some work in here at the varsity level, because I've said it multiple times before, experience is everything in high school basketball.
Yeah, we talked about the Spartans turnovers. Let's look on the flip side. Pendleton Heights only has 2 turnovers this game. It doesn't count as a turnover in the score sheet, but I know one thing that I count bad shots as turnovers. Pendleton Heights hasn't even took many bad shots, and that's why they're up so much after 1 quarter of play.
You're absolutely right. It is, Pendleton Heights only having 2 turnovers to Connersville's 10. That's an 8 difference there, and the score shows, they're up by, 20 or 16? 16, yeah. So, that just shows the turnovers.
As we are beginning to set the second quarter play one more time, the Spartans are down 22-6 to the visiting Pendleton Heights Arabians. That is Jones who has it. She's going to kick it over to number 22, Ava Kate Phillips, making her first appearance of the night. She's got it on the wing. She's going to throw up a 3. It's going to be no good off the back of the rim. It bounced up there for a while, and Sarah Rubel comes down with the rebound as she's going to push it for the Spartans. Over to Jones. Jones going to shot fake, drive inside, dribbles it off her foot, and it's going to go out of bounds. Another turnover from the Spartans right there. Make that 11 on the night.
Yeah, something I like there is that move Addie Jones did off the start of that drive. Went to 3 defenders, ultimately got stopped by 2 around the block area. But, that first initial move she made, it was very good.
Casey Wolfer gets another 2. Really good look right there by Whitney Warfel to find her down there on the block. Wilhelm threw up a 3. It's no good. We have a whistle.
Yeah, something came off the court. I don't know.
Official timeout, maybe a marker or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was number 12, Walfer, threw it off the court. I don't know what it was. It looks like it
could be Pendleton Heights basketball.
I think it was some kind of drink that had rolled from under somebody's seat, rolled onto the court.
7:13 left to play in this first half. That is number 24, Olivia Jones, bringing the ball up for the Spartans, for the Arabians. Number 31, Berkeley Shelton gets her 2 points to go. That's her first 2 of the ball game as the Arabians extend their lead to 20. You mentioned it, Cam, taking Casey Wolfer out of this ball game, up 20. You got to think if she gets it, she's going to get another 2 points to go. If you're the Pendleton Heights coach, when do you pull the plug on her and just pull her for the game? Not only to let your younger girls get experience, but to prevent a freak accident of an injury happen. As we see Anaya Bennett throw up a shot, it's no good off the back of the rim.
I don't know when exactly that is. I don't know. The coach knows of her, of course, much better than we do. Never seen her play before, but you would like to see her come out at the end of the second half, or maybe even halfway through this second quarter, depending on how big the lead is.
Number 22, Ava Kate Phillips banks one in from downtown on the wing. She gets her 3 to go. The Arabians are up 31-6. Bennett tries to look inside. She gets it stolen. They're going to say it went off of number 24, Haley Simback. That's going to be another turnover by the Spartans.
Yeah, make that 13 on the night so far for the Spartans. Only 3 away from their average turnovers per game, and we are 5:48 left in this second quarter. You know, it's just not what needed to happen tonight for the Spartans, or at least not the start that the Spartans needed.
No, we talked about the Spartans needing to get off hot, and they just haven't seemed to find that offensive or defensive spark really in this game. Wallace has it. She kicks it over to number 32, Tremont Herndon. She took a 3. It was no good. Rebound by Amy Rao. She gives it up to Anaya Bennett, who is bringing the ball up the floor. Over to Jones. Jones looked inside. She's going to get it back on the corner. She's going to take a 3. It's no good. She airballed it. Rebound.
Be a jump ball.
Yeah, it's the rebound by what looked like Sarah Rubel and Olivia Jones are going to tie it up. It's going to stay. It's going to stay Spartan basketball.
Yeah, not sure who checked in there for Pendleton Heights, but somebody did, as I think that was Jones came out of the game.
Jones has it on the wing. She gives it up to Rubel. Rubel takes a top of the key 3. No good. That was long. Rebound by number 40, Whitney Warfel. She's going to give it up to Phillips. Phillips has it at the top of the key. She's going to give it over to Shelton. Shelton gave it up to Warfel in the corner. Her corner 3, no good. Rebound by the Arabians. Shelton's going to take it again. She's going to go up with it and draw a foul on, I believe, Amy Rao. If so, that will be Rao's first foul.
Yep.
That'll be her first foul, team's 4th.
Her first, team's 4th.
As we see Berkeley Shelton get her first chance at the free throw stripe tonight. She's going to have 2 of them upcoming. Her first one is up and no good. She left it short.
Berkeley Shelton.
She's going to have 1 more.
See J.C. Wilhelm set to check in for this game. She
We're going to actually call her in right now. She's going to come in for the freshman, Anaya Bennett.
Yep. Yeah, that makes, 8 players that have came into this game so far for the Spartans, as Taylor Watkins and Kendall Frank are the only 2 that have not checked into this game so far.
Her second free throw up, no good. It was strong. Rebound by 2 Spartans, as we're going to have a whistle, and they're going to call a foul on number 40, Whitney Warfel, I believe.
Yeah, and that'll put the Spartans in the bonus.
Yep, foul on number 40, Whitney Warfel. That'll be her second, team's 7th. And Amy Rao will be at the charity stripe for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, some big free throws here. Turn around the momentum, stop that big run that the Arabians have had. Not sure exactly how many it is, as the first free throw is up and no good.
Whitney came down with the rebound, and she gives it up to Casey. Casey's going to give it up to Phillips, and she's going to go up from about 13 feet. She's going to get it to go, and she has 5 on the night as the the Arabians extend their lead to 33-6.
Yeah, something I want to point out is Ava Kate Phillips for the Arabians is not afraid to shoot the ball. She shot a lot so far, and she's made a couple. So
Haley Simback pull-up jumper, no good. Amy Rao's going to get the rebound. She brought it down, kick it over to Wilhelm. Wilhelm up to Jones. Jones picked up her dribble, back up to Wilhelm. Wilhelm up top to Rubel. Rubel looks inside to Rao. Rao's going to kick it back out to Rubel. Rubel drives inside, tries to find Rao. She's going to throw it too hard, and it's going to be another turnover from the Spartans.
yeah, that puts the Spartans at 14 turnovers so far in this game. You know, it wasn't a bad look. The pass was just a little over Rao's head. But like I said, wasn't a bad look. It was a good heads-up play looking for that, as she was going to be open if she got the ball.
Number 31, Shelton gives it up to Casey. Casey takes a 3. It's no good. Haley Simback comes down with the rebound and gives it up to Jones. Jones is going to drive inside, kick it over to Wilhelm. Wilhelm looks inside to Simback. Simback puts up a left-handed layup. She's going to get it to go. make that 4 for her tonight. She has half of the Spartans' points. Number 32, Hendren gives it up to Shelton. Shelton's going to take a deep 2. Her foot was on the line, and she's going to get it to go.
That'll give Shelton 4 on the night.
About 1 step back, it would have been a 3.
Abby Schwartz is set to check in this game.
Simback puts up another shot, no good. Rebound by the Arabians as Casey Wolfer has it. She's going to go coast to coast, try to give it up.
They're called J.C. Wilhelm for a blocking foul. That'd be her first, team's 5th. It looked like J.C. was set there, but not sure exactly. Didn't have a great look on it, but it did appear that she was set and set for a minute. You see Abby Schwartz check in for Amy Rao here.
Checking in for the Arabians, number 24, Olivia Jones, and number 34, Michaela Ross. The Arabians will have the ball to inbound. They're going to look inside to Whitney Warfel. She's going to get 2 more to go. Make that 9 tonight for her. Rubel over to Jones. Jones over to Schwartz. Schwartz dribbling around up top over to Jones. Jones back up top to Rubel. That's Wilhelm that has it on the wing. She's going to look inside to Simback. Simback's going to find Jones. She's going to give it up to Schwartz. Schwartz takes a 2. No good. Ball saved. It's still being thrown around as the Arabians are going to come down with it. And a risky pass right there. They're going to have a whistle, and they're going to call a foul on Addie Jones.
Yeah, that's her second, team 6th. 1 more foul for the Spartans, and they'll put the Arabians in the 1-and-1 bonus.
5 seconds over, 2 minutes left to play in this first half. The Spartans are down 37-8 as we see the Arabians on the offensive attack. That's number 12, Casey Wolfer, has it on the wing. She's going to look inside to Whitney. Whitney's going to put up a quick 2, and she's going to get it to go. Make that 11 for her tonight.
Yeah, good look there for the Arabians. You see Anaya Bennett throw up a shot. The Spartans aren't running their offense right now. They're just coming down and it seems like chucking the ball, desperation shots. And we've seen this in the past before as well. So, they just got to slow it down, run their game.
Casey Wolfer drives baseline, puts up a shot. Doesn't get it to go, but the rebound is finally controlled. The Spartans have it. Sarah Rubel gets credited with the rebound as she's going to give it up to Wilhelm. Wilhelm's going to look inside to Schwartz. Schwartz picks up her dribble, fell down. She's going to give it up to Simback. Simback puts up a 3. It's long. Rubel put up a shot, and she's going to get it blocked. It's going to be out of bounds, but the ball is going to stay with the Spartans.
Yeah, like I said, another desperation shot there for the Spartans, just not getting good looks on offense.
Let's see, Schwartz put up a 3, and she's going to get, it was a deep 2. She's going to get it to go as the Spartans pull this lead to 29.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was standing on the line there, just like a step back, and that would have been a 3. Not a terrible look there for the Spartans.
Now Casey Wolfer has it. She's going to give it up to Ross. Ross up to Jones. Jones is going to try to drive baseline, give it up to Hendren, back up to Casey Wolfer as it looks like the Arabians are going to hold for the final shot. As Whitney Wolfer was actually going to drive baseline, she's going to go up with it. As we see, Whitney went down. She was actually slow to get up. Looked like she was in pain. Ball went out of bounds. Last touch by the Spartans. It's going to remain Arabian basketball with 21.3 seconds left to play. Whitney actually has the ball right now in the corner. She's trying to get it over to Casey. Casey's going to shot fake, drive inside, and she's going to get it up to go. Giving that lead to 41-10 with 7 seconds left to play in this one. She has 16 tonight. As we see another turnover by the Spartans, as the Arabians are going to throw up a shot. Looked like she got hacked, but they're going to call that one off. The shot and the foul was after the fact. So at halftime, the Spartans find themselves down 41-10. Cam, as I'm looking over at the sheet, the Spartans have 15 turnovers. The Arabians only have 2. And I mean, really, we could sit here and talk about this all day, but that has been the deciding factor in this one so far through 2 quarters of play.
Oh, yeah, you're 100% right. And like you said, we could sit here and pound that in all day, but, there's no reason in that. Both teams know what's going on. People watching know what's going on. So, we'll check over the scoring column. First, we'll look at Pendleton Heights, and Casey Walfer, has 16 points on the night. Looking over at Whitney Walfer has 11. Berkeley Shelton has 4. Number 22, Ava Kate Phillips has 5. Olivia Jones has 3, and Skylar Baldwin, has 2. Then you look over at Connorsville, and leading the way is Haley Simbach and Abby Schwartz with 4 apiece, and Anaya Bennett with 2, rounding them out to 10 on the night, leaving the score at 41-10 at halftime.
We talked about it early. In this one, the Spartans had to find their identity, and they had to find it quick. It seemed like they fell in the Arabians' trap of speeding up. The Arabians wasted no time coming out of the gates and pressing the Spartans, led to 10 turnovers in the first quarter. The Spartans luckily cut that one in half. They still had 5 turnovers in the second quarter. It's still a high number, but you like to see them cut that turnover number in half.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way they're going to get back in this ball game. Down by 31 at the half, 15 turnovers. I mean, you think 15 times 2, if you score each time on that possession, that's what makes it a 1-point ball game. So, like I said, that's everything in this game so far is turnovers. And the Spartans are just throwing up shots, it looks like, threes that are unneeded, airballing them, throwing them off the back of the backboard. And when they do get a shot, they go straight up with it. They don't try and pump fake. And the Arabians are taller and bigger than they are, and they're just coming down swinging, and they're making contact with the ball every time. Credit to them. They're getting, I shouldn't say very few fouls called on them, but, not as many when it comes to hacking.
Yeah, let's take a look back at this turnovers. I said I didn't want to hound it, but I do want to take another look at, you just mentioned that all the bad shot selections the Spartans have taken. In the turnover column, they've had 15, but if you count the bad shots, they're hanging right around 20 quote-unquote turnovers for tonight's game. Oh,
yeah, I 100% agree. The turnovers, the bad shots, and just not running your offense the way you're supposed to run it, man. That is exactly what has led to this 31-point game so far at the half.
At halftime, the Spartans find themselves down 41-10. We will be right back to start the third quarter. Start this third quarter, the Lady Spartans find themselves down 31 of a score to 41-10. Cam, just a little bit to recap this first half. What did you see that the Lady Spartans were doing wrong?
Turnovers were a big thing, not slowing down on offense. They were throwing up bad shots, just not playing their style of basketball, really in general, offensively or defensively. Like I said, too many turnovers that led to breakaways. Easy breakaways, too. Nobody was contested. You look at Casey Walfer, I bet she has a third of those breakaways, and she's got 16 points right now. So it just shows that there's just not a whole lot going on offensively for the Spartans right now.
Can we get a quick scoring recap of that first half once more before we start the third quarter?
Yeah, Pendleton Heights, Casey Walfer with 16, Whitney Walfer with 11, number 22 with 5, Berkeley Shelton with 4, Olivia Jones with 3, and Skylar Baldwin with 2. And Haley Simbach and Abby Schwartz both having 4 apiece, and Anaya Bennett with 2.
That's your scoring recap. Brings it to 41-10. As we see, I believe that's number 31. She gives it up to number 32, who dribbles it back up top, gives it to Casey Walfer. She's going to drive inside, kick it out to Jones. Jones is going to drive inside and give it back up to Casey. Casey's going to drive inside once more, throw up a running layup, and wow.
Yeah.
Really, really good move right there. She went up and under and got the roll.
Yeah, a very good move to put her to 18 on the night. Like I said earlier, I didn't quite expect her to come out and play the second half with the lead, as there's another turnover, making that 16 on the night for the Spartans. Like I was saying, I didn't quite expect her to come out playing the second half.
Jones is going to take a wing 3. It's going to be long, no good. Offensive rebound by the Arabians. It's going to be Casey Wolfer. She's going to put up a floater, no good. As we see, can't see because the ref, Arabians going to get it. They're going to kick it back out. Number 31 is going to throw up a 3. It's no good. Another, actually, We're going to get a jump ball, I believe. Really good job right there by J.C. Wilhelm, jump in there and tie her up. It's going to be Spartans basketball.
Yeah, 16 turnovers. There's a quick one. Not even. Oh, I guess we're a little over a minute played in this third quarter already. But just got to slow down on offense. Run your style of game. They're getting sped up. They're getting trapped like we have right now.
Talked about that trap. Sarah Rubel just got trapped. They just threw it up, and that's going to be another turnover by the Spartans. It's going to be Arabian basketball. Make that 17 turnovers tonight. You see Casey Wolford. She's going to get trapped in the corner. They're going to say that ball was tipped. Pendleton Heights actually takes a timeout.
Yeah, they took a quick 30-second timeout to re-talk things over. They didn't like how they got trapped there in the corner right across the half-court line, 10-second line, whatever you want to call it. Coach Clue didn't like that. He was yelling and screaming, stomping his feet. So you just got to think, what is he telling his players right now?
I think it's simple. Yes, you're up 33 points. But what if you were up 3 points? You can't. You've got to keep every possession like it is a one-possession game, because when you go up and play these higher talented teams, almost, I don't want to make Connersville sound bad, but someone like New Pal, even though they beat them by 25 through the first half, it was pretty close. So,
right.
Maybe if Pendleton Heights didn't play like it was a one-possession game, got out of their head, out of their zone, maybe that ball game goes differently for the New Pal Dragons.
Right, like you said, just playing like you practice. And I'm not saying this is practice by any means. And, just got to keep playing the way you know how to play.
Jones is going to throw up a three, and she's going to get it to go. Make that 6 tonight for her as the Arabians extend their lead to 36.
That'll be
We're going to see a
Wolfer's
foul.
Second foul.
Foul on number 12, Casey Wolford.
Her second, team's first of the half.
As you see now, the new rule that we got implemented this year, if you're up by 30, they have a running clock. They just started the running clock. As you see another, J.C. Wilhelm actually tracked that one down. Good job right there to prevent another turnover. As you see a kick ball by the Arabians, that's number 31, Berkeley Shelton.
So you see number 40, Whitney Wolford, check in for number 32, her denied.
14, McKenna Lucas enters the game.
McKenna Lucas checks in for the Spartans for number 35, Abby Schwartz.
That's another turnover right there by the Spartans, as we see number 2, Skylar Baldwin, take it coast to coast. She's going to get her left-handed layup to go, make that 4 for her, as the Spartans find themselves down 38 early on in the third quarter.
Ooh, that'd be Wolford's third foul. You got to think that she's coming out of this game now, has 18 points on the night, 3 fouls. They find themselves up 38 points here. I just don't see why they would keep her in the game.
Talk about keeping her in the game. I don't see anybody coming over to the scores table.
Oh, I don't either.
No better time than to get your reserves some playing time than up 38. As we see Jones try to drive inside, she's going to find Simback. Simback's going to get her 10-footer to go. Make that 6 tonight for her. As you see Casey Wolford try to go coast to coast, she's going to give it up to Whitney. Whitney's going to spin down on the block, and she's going to get the wide open layup. As the Arabians extend this lead to 50-12, as we see Anaya Bennett set to check into the ball game for the Lady Spartans.
Yeah, something I noticed is the Arabians have pulled off their press now, being up 38 points in this game.
Wilhelm has it. She's going to give it up to Simback. Simback over to Wilhelm. Wilhelm's going to drive inside, kick over to Jones. Jones for a wing 3. It's no good. Rattled in and out. Rebounds by the Arabians. That is Shelton. Shelton's going to drive. She's going to get stopped by Wilhelm. She's going to kick it back out to Baldwin, as Baldwin picks up her dribble and gives it over to Jones. Jones at the top of the key. Setting up the offense. She's going to give it to Baldwin. Baldwin's on the corner, looks inside to Whitney. Whitney throws up a shot. It's no good. Lucas with the rebound.
Yeah, something I noticed on that last offensive possession for the Spartans is that Jones is jumping to passing lanes. Is it a
Wilhelm's three gets blocked right there. Lucas comes down with the rebound, throws up a shot. It's no good. It was long, and the Arabians come down with the rebound. Baldwin has it. She throws it up to Casey Whitley, who gives it up to, Whitney Wolfer, and she's going to get 2 more to go. She has 15 tonight. That is Sarah Rubel at the top of the key with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in this third quarter. As you see another turnover right there by the Spartans. That is 19 tonight for them. As we see Casey Wolford coast to coast. She throws it up. She's going to get it to go. And the Arabians extend that lead to 54-12 and then make that 20 tonight for her.
Spartans call a timeout. I assume
we have
that
a full timeout here, I believe.
Yep,
we're going to have a full timeout right there by the Spartans. The Arabians picked right up where they left off in that first half. They've started out hot.
Yeah, they have. The turnovers, I think they already have 4 turnovers in this third quarter, and we still have right around 2:30 left to play in this third quarter. And you see Casey Wolfer, I think she had 4 points here. I don't remember exactly what she was at, but now she's at 20. You look at Whitney Wolfer, has 15 as well. Those two are just kind of taking over this game, it seems like.
Yeah, between them they have, I believe you said
35.
Yeah, 35 of their 54. Just really, really good job by those two coming in tonight. They could have almost tried to take the night off. You see most athletes, but they come in really strong tonight on a road game. Especially Casey Wolfer. She already has 20, and we're not even through 3 quarters of play. And the Arabians have no signs of taking her out, as she is set to she's set to stay in the ball game for the Arabians.
Yeah, she has 3 fouls, and something I want to point out is she averages 20.8 points per game, and she is at 20 now, and like you said, we're not even through the third quarter.
It'll be Spartan basketball with a tick under 2:30 left to play in this third quarter. Bennett throws it over to Rubel. Rubel over to Jones. Jones drives inside, kicks it out to Simback. Simback tries to hand it off to Rubel. She's going to try to throw it inside. No good. That's going to be another turnover by the Spartans. That is 20 for them tonight, as the Arabians have the ball on their side of the 10-second line. Casey Wolfer has it on the wing. She's going to try to look inside. She gets it to go up to Whitney Wolfer as she gets her 2 points to go, make that 17 tonight for her.
Yeah, like I said, them two were just taking over the game. Give her another 2 points, putting her at 17 on the night.
Rubel drives inside, goes baseline, puts it up, no good. Rebound by the Arabians, and that is Jones for the Arabians, bringing the ball up the court.
Yeah, I don't know how many blocks Whitney Wolfer has tonight, but it seems like it is a lot. There's been multiple times that I can recount where she is not even swinging, just being smart and blocking the ball. You see some players that just flail their arm out there and get a foul called and not really hit the ball, but she is like, I don't think she has a call on her tonight.
No, as we see a whistle, and they're going to say 2 shots for Casey Wolfer. She's slow to get up. Looks like they're going to call number 35, Abby Schwartz. We talked about it earlier, when to pull her out of the game. In case of an injury, she's slow to get up. Looks like she's favoring her right leg. May have been a twisted ankle, but we're going to see number 22, Ava Kate Phillips, set to check into the ball game, and she is going to come in for Casey Wolfer after her 2 free throws. First one's up and good. She has 21 tonight.
Yeah, like you said, a good decision there for the Arabians to pull Wolfer for the night. With 21 points, I don't really see why she was in the game for this long, risking an injury, of course. That's 22 as you see her come out.
She's limping hard off of it.
I'd imagine that is probably the last time we will see her tonight, with them having such a big lead with you know, it's still a minute to play in this third quarter. I couldn't imagine, you know, her coming back into this game.
Yeah, as we see the trainer going to tend over to her, we look over on their bench, and she looks like she's in a lot of pain as we see another turnover by the Spartans. Make that 21 tonight. See the Arabians pull it out, give it up to Jones. Jones over to Baldwin. Baldwin looks inside. That's number 31, Berkeley Shelton, who got it. And I believe they're going to call, there's a whistle called.
Yeah, not sure who the foul's on.
Foul's going to be on number 13.
Number 14, McKenna Lucas.
14, McKenna Lucas. That'll be her first, team's second of the night.
Second of the half.
Oh, excuse me, they just changed it back to number 13, Addie Jones.
Oh.
It's going to be her third, team second.
Our apologies on that.
First free throw's up and good.
It's Ross's first point of the night.
She has another free throw upcoming, awaiting it. She's going to put it up, and it's no good off the back of the rebound, or off the back of the rim, excuse me. Rebound controlled by the Spartans. Bennett is going to try to kick it over to Schwartz. It finally makes it over there to her. As Schwartz picked up her dribble, she looks inside to Jones. Jones over to Schwartz. Schwartz takes a shot from about 8 feet, doesn't get it to go, and the Arabians have it with 5 seconds left to play in this third quarter. So we see Jones kick it over to Shelton. Shelton tried to get it inside to Jones, but no good. Sarah Rubel intercepted that one. Cam, at the end of 3, the Spartans find themselves down 59-12.
Yeah, and you know, they only scored 2 points there in that third quarter. And I don't know exactly how many. Actually, I think they scored 18. So 2 to 18 scoring in that third quarter with a running clock. You know, the turnovers just keep mounting up. They had 7 there, or 6, excuse me, 6 in the third quarter. They let up 18 points. I mean, they got to figure something out.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I hate to say it, but tonight's almost a wash. You kind of want to, now you want to turn your looks towards Rushville tomorrow, maybe start working on something in this game that you think might not go well against Rushville tomorrow, if that makes sense.
Right.
With 1 more quarter to play, Cam, would you rest your girls for tomorrow's conference game at Rushville? Or if you're Coach Harder, do you keep playing them and try to chip away at this one?
You know, that's a tough decision. As you see, you know, the Arabians, of course, have pulled most of their main players out. I think the only starter they have left in there is Baldwin. Oh, and Olivia Jones as well. But that's the only 2 starters they have left in
Berkeley
the game.
Shelton, excuse me, is also still in there. She was a starter.
Yeah.
They have 3
My
of their 5
apologies,
starters.
I missed that. But as you see, Connersville come out with, 3 starters. So I think you play them to an extent. You know, if it gets too out of hand, to let your, you know, players that don't get as much playing time come in and just get some experience.
That's Jones that has it. She's going to put up a running layup. It's no good. Rebound by Shelton. Looks like Shelton got poked away. Full court pass to Anaya Bennett. She's going to get it up. She's going to get it to go. Bennett has 4 tonight, as that is the Spartans' 4th points of this half. Jones has the top of the key. She's going to look inside Shelton. Shelton volleyball passed it back out to the wing. That was kind of impressive. Quick swing right there by the Arabians. Number 22, Phillips, is going to shoot a 3. It's not going to go. They get the rebound. She's going to put another shot up, about 15 foot. She gets it to go as the Spartans are down 61-14. As we see a Bennett drive baseline, and they're going to call a foul on
Jones, I believe.
Yes, number 24, Jones.
Yeah, but something I want to point out there is that number 22, Phillips, for the Arabians, is not afraid to shoot the ball. Has 7 on the night coming off the bench. Not sure exactly how many she averages 1.4 points per game. So, I mean, she's coming out and just playing tonight. There's, you know, nothing to lose for her, and she's having herself a game.
Jones gets it over to Wilhelm. Wilhelm's going to try to drive. Baseline, gets it poked away, and that's another turnover by the Spartans. That's 22 turnovers tonight for them. Jones has it. She's going to drive inside, kick it out. She's going to look inside. to Henderson. Back over to Jones. Jones in the corner. She has it at the top of the key. Look inside to Phillips. Phillips put up a block shot. It's no good. And we see Bennett have it. She's going to give it up to Wilhelm. Wilhelm puts one up, and she gets it to go. Make that
her first two of the
night. Her first 2 points of the night.
She's Spartans bringing a press here.
See Jones has it in the backcourt. They finally get it across the timeline over to Baldwin. Baldwin dribbles it back out.
The Arabians trying to kill, as much time as possible. Up by, not sure exactly how many that is, but just trying to kill the clock, run this game out.
Baldwin has it in the corner. She's going to dribble it, and she's going to kick it out to Jones. Jones puts up a deep two. No good. Ball's being passed around. Bennett gets it. She's going to try to pass it up. She does to Schwartz. Schwartz put up a block shot. She gets it to go. We talked about the Spartans wanting to slow it down. That's 6 for her tonight. But they've done really well so far against the Arabian reserves of pushing the ball in the press.
Yeah, this team is just playing all out right now. Nothing to lose.
As we see another one, Bennett's going to go up with it. She's going to get it to go.
And it's led by Anaya Bennett and Addie Jones and J.C. Wilhelm, the 3 underclassmen right now. You see a timeout come in, 30-second. I think that was just to get some players in for the Arabians here.
You see a 30-second timeout right here by the Arabians. Coach Harder's got to be happy with what she saw that last minute and a half, 2 minutes of this ball game.
Yeah, you definitely can't complain. Your underclassmen and J.C. Wilhelm, Addie Jones, and Anaya Bennett really came in and just kind of took over, scored 8 points. Maybe that's off by a little bit, but I think 8 points. Quick of them too. Made quick work, got some pretty quick turnovers there from the Arabians, and just went and got the open looks that they'd been looking for. And now it's a 41-point game, which, like you said, still, you don't want to call this game a wash, but, it's pretty well sized or scored deficit the Spartans are in right now. Did you see McKenna Lucas check in for Abby Schwartz for Connorsville?
Yeah, as you look on the Connorsville side, they only have one senior and Amy Rao out on the floor. They have 2 freshmen, a junior, and a sophomore. 4 of these girls will be coming back next year. You see the depth of the Spartan team as we see Addie Jones, the freshman, get a steal. She's going to pass it up to Wilhelm. Wilhelm's going to try to handle it, but she's going to dribble it out of bounds. That's another turnover for the Spartans. Make that 23 tonight for them. Excuse me. See a whistle, and they're going to call it travel. It's going to be Spartan basketball. See Bennett have it on the wing. She's going to drive baseline, put up a floater. It's no good. The Arabians get it across the timeline. That's number 5, Miami Trout, excuse me. As we see Trout get it back. She's going to drive inside, put up a floater. It's no good. Rebound controlled by the Spartans as we're coming up on 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in this one. Jones is going to shot fake, drive inside, pull it back out, look inside to Lucas. Lucas kicks it out to Wilhelm, over to Bennett. As we see Taylor Watkins set to check into the ball game for the Lady Spartans. Bennett tries to get it inside. And then says, it's going to stay Spartan basketball. As we see number 11, Kendall Frank, and number 5, Taylor Watkins set to check into the ball game for Wilhelm and Jones.
Yeah, now it's a full team of what would be your bench players for the Spartans, and I believe the Arabians are also there as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Frank throws it in. She's going to throw it right to an Arabians girl. That's another turnover for the Spartans as we see number 5, Miami Trout, throw up a 3 from the wing. She's going to get it to go as the Arabians are not taking their foot off the brakes, as we see Bennett throw one up. It's no good. As we see another player, number 20, she's not even on our roster. On the JV roster, number 20 is Bree Perry, set to check in for the ball game for the Arabians as they find themselves up 44. As we see another 3 attempt, it's long, no good. Lucas comes down with the rebound. She throws it up to Bennett. Bennett's going to get the layup to go.
Good look there by the.
That's 8 for her tonight.
Yeah, good rebound there by the Spartans, and good job on just pushing the ball, getting the ball down court tonight. With 8 on the night, she's actually leading the Spartans.
Trout throwing up another 3. It's no good. Rao had it. She dribbled it off her foot. The Arabians get it back, and that's 2 more for Arabians. Ava Kate Phillips.
Yeah, with 1:30 left to play in this game, Spartans got to slow down, get another good look. Down by 44 here late.
You see him throw the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, not a good pass there from Kendall Frank.
And the lineup for number 20, Bree Perry.
See,
Bree Perry is the name. Yep, that's what they have it on the JV roster as well.
Number 23, Emma Roberts, checks into the ball game for the Arabians as the Spartans pressed, but the Arabians broke it. We have 55 seconds left to play in this one. You'd like to think the Arabians are just going to dribble it out, but it looks like they're still on the attack as they put up another shot. It's no good. Rebound by Lucas. Lucas dribbling the ball up the floor. She's going to give it out to a guard. Bennett has it at the top of the key, and it looks like she's going to get over to Frank. Frank's going to look inside to Rao. Rao, one dribble, power dribble up, puts it up, and she gets it to go. She has her first 2 points of the ball game with 30 seconds left to play in this one. Roberts has it. She gave it up to Trout. Trout's going to dribble inside and give it up to Morrison. Morrison over to number 20. She's going to throw up a 3, and she gets it to go. The Arabians are not taking their foot off the gas tonight, Cam.
No, they are not. They just keep on playing. That puts the score, that's a 45-point deficit.
You see Watkins, she's going to put up a shot. She's going to get it to go. That is the ball game. The Spartans find themselves on the downside of this one tonight. Arabians win 69 to 26. Cam, I mean, we talked about it in the pregame. The Spartans had to come out early and get their identity. They did not do that. They allowed the Arabians to speed them up. It forced a lot of turnovers. They averaged 16. They ended up with 25. They averaged 16. They had 25 tonight. That's 9 over their average. That's not going to help their average. And they need to slow themselves down and just completely clear this one from the memory. They have a really tough conference game tomorrow on the road at Rushville tomorrow night. I believe you have the scoring column from tonight. Can we hear that, please?
Yeah, we'll go over Pendleton Heights first. Leading the way was Casey Walfer with 22. Whitney Walfer followed in suit with 17. Phillips with 7. Olivia Jones with 6. And then you have Skylar Baldwin and Berkeley Selton with 4 apiece. Trout with 3, Perry with 3 as well, and Ross with 1. And that rounds them out to 69 points in this game. And then for the Spartans, Nia Bennett was leading the way with 8. Simback and Schwartz with 6 apiece. Watkins, Rao, and Wilhelm with 2, rounding them out to 26 on the night.
You know, Cam, as we just saw something right there. Actually, we saw it earlier. Number 12, Casey Wolfer, got hurt. We actually just saw the Arabians' second best player, number 40, Whitney Wolfer, actually limping off too. You got to think Arabians fans would have liked to see them get pulled. Either way, you hope they're okay. Final from Connorsville tonight is 69 to 26. Spartans have a conference game tomorrow. Lady Spartans have a conference game tomorrow at Rushville. The boys will be playing at home a conference game against Batesville at 7:30. We will be on the call for that one. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. This has been an SSN broadcast.